In episode 7 of Mashle, Magic and Muscles, we dive straight back into the thick of it, where we last hung up our proverbial magical robes. As Mash swaggers into the Magius Lupus headquarters, the place buzzing with magical tension, he carries a door, yes, a door, catching the eye of none other than Abel, the guy who views himself as the divine visionary to be. Abel, puzzled but intrigued, appreciates the heads up from Mash about the doll he's casually holding. Hey, at least he's not carrying around a door, right? Abel, our resident elitist, confirms Mash as the first-year student who snagged a golden coin, a neat little symbol of power and achievement. He probes Mash's intentions, trying to fathom whether this magic-less wonder is actually aiming to become a divine visionary. Mash, always keeping it simple, lays it bare. He wants peace for his family. That's all. You can almost see Abel's face twisting in vexation at Mash's humble aspirations. It's here that Abel goes on a tirade, espousing a belief system that feels ripped straight out of a nature documentary. According to Abel, the strong thrive by feasting upon the weak. Current society, with its focus on protecting the weak and promoting equality, makes zero sense to him. We're all beasts in the grand scheme of things, aren't we? Mash's response is as unexpected as it is hilarious. He agrees with Abel, stating he too wants to live peacefully. Talk about missing the point, Mash. Abel takes Mash's statements as a veiled challenge, misunderstanding Mash's earnest naivety for brazen hostility. Meanwhile, Mash refuses to part with his golden coin despite Abel's generous offer to let him walk away freely. In an expected turn of events, we watch as Mash effortlessly outmaneuvers Abel's puppets in a grand ballet of strength and precision. Honestly, you'd think he was participating in a dance-off rather than a fight. The fun part comes when Abel, ever the puppet master, manages to grab Mash's gold coin. But our guy isn't one to be easily defeated, and he recovers the coin with a move so slick it would put professional magicians to shame. He just bites a puppet button, swaps it with the coin, and whoosh, the coin's back in his pocket. Now, with all this action, you'd think Mash would be ready for a breather. But no, our muscle-headed protagonist, in a display of surprising soft-heartedness, decides to escort Silva, who was being used as a puppet, to the nurse's office. His heroics leave the poor guy dumbstruck as he wakes up in the infirmary with no memory of what transpired. Back in the Alder dorm, Lance and Dot are waiting for Mash in what can only be described as a pissing contest about hair and height. Seriously, these guys bicker like a couple of old women. Who cares about hair and height when you've got a gold coin and an ambitious adversary to worry about? Mash saunters in, door in hand again. Does this guy even know doors have handles? Breaking up the petty feud. You'd think by now, the guy would have learned to use a door properly, right? Things take a turn for the serious when the group learns about the rising power of the Lang dorm, who have been collecting gold coins like they're going out of fashion. It's a stark reminder of the challenge they face and the responsibility resting on their shoulders to prevent the purists of Lang dorm from seizing power. Our gang is all fired up. A little later, we find Mash serving time for his previous escapades, cleaning out the owl huts. Lance, ever the dependable ally, joins him, mainly to ward off any potential Lang members that might see this as an opportunity to snatch Mash's coin. But things don't stay quiet for long. 2 Magius Lupus members show up, their intentions clear as day. They're here for Mash's gold coin. One of the mages casts a spell that turns the floor into water. Mash, having never learned to swim, struggles while Lance faces an attack from the other mage. Mash sinks, while above, Lance faces off against Shinri, a double-liner whose words about the nature of battles might make you wish for a dictionary. It seems like Shinri's got the upper hand, especially given Lance's reluctance to hurt the owls around them. However, Shinri makes the mistake of underestimating Lance. Lance devises a cunning plan. He's been playing possum, leading Shinri to a false sense of victory. But the tables turn and Shinri's weapons are crushed under Lance's gravity magic. The realization that he's been facing a foe of far greater strength is a hard pill for Shinri to swallow. The final blow lands, and Shinri learns a valuable lesson. Never underestimate a big brother who's determined to save his little sister. Meanwhile, underwater, the hunter becomes the hunted. Mash, thanks to some fast learning, is now darting around the watery battlefield like a torpedo, putting Andrew, who has evolved into a monstrous shark, on the back foot. Mash turns the tables and dishes out a round of punches so powerful that it blasts Andrew straight out of the water. Our duo thought they were on a magical joyride after body slamming the 6th and 7th members of the Magius Lupus Club. In comes the 3rd member, a swift shadow dashing pass. Our lad Lance tries to whip up some of his gravity magic, but finds his wand suddenly as cooperative as a mule on a Monday morning. In swoops Mash, strapping himself up, all ready to charge at this intruder faster than a cheetah on an espresso. "Cool it, boys," says our uninvited guest. "I'm just here for a friendly neighborhood body pickup." Mash, less than impressed, swings with a force that'd make a giant blush. But what's this? He misses, as if anyone could dodge our Mash. Our intruder, cool as a cucumber, finishes his rescue mission, drops a sorry for the ruckus and strolls off into the night. But he leaves behind an air so chilly, Lance and Mash feel the shivers. Maybe they were a tad bit hasty, thinking this was going to be a walk in the magical park after all. As this figure melts into the dark woods, a sudden crack appears on his mask. With his lightning speed and conspicuous lack of magic, a thought hits him. Could Mash be the same as him? That's enough to leave anyone questioning what comes next. Stay tuned, folks, for the plot is only thickening.